Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and welcome back to the Unexplored Capital Wasteland. Today we're going to be checking out the VAPL-66 Power Station, which is just northeast of the Dunwich building. However, the more interesting thing in this location is the Signal Sierra Victor, which is a transmission from a radio antenna not far away, which can lead us to a drainage chamber that has all kinds of booby traps and some really good loot inside. And between these two locations, we can find two mini-nukes, so it's definitely worth your time to make your trip way out here in order to grab those mini-nukes. So let's waste no more time and let's jump on into it. So first is the VAPL-66 Power Station, which is just a generic Fallout 3 power station. Again, northeast of Dunwich building, near Joko's Pop and Gas stop. Now, as we approach, we'll just find the power station, and there's a metal caged area, and apparently upon entering it, it will trigger a scripted event where a group of raiders will approach from the east. However, I never saw these raiders approach, so I don't know if it was glitched for me, or if I just missed them, because apparently they approach slowly, but yeah, I never saw them. Anyways, inside of the facility, we can find a very disturbing scene. On the table, we can find a copy of Dean's Electronics, along with some medical supplies like stim packs and some chems like Mentats and Psycho. Now, like I said, there is a disturbing scene here in the western part of the room. We have a bloodied body on a bed and some corpses hanging from the ceiling. And over here, just off the desk, we can find that mini-nuke. Pretty darn good find. Then back outside, we can head towards the east, and up on the hill here you will see that radio antenna, which I mentioned in the introduction. And once you reach this, you can turn on the power to the radio antenna, and this will activate Signal Sierra Victor. Now, you don't need to listen to it, it's just the generic Morse code that plays in Fallout 3. And if we come up toward the hill here, we will find this parked car with two skeletons on the hood. They probably met their unfortunate demise during the Great War. Perhaps they were a young couple having a romantic moment when the world ended. We can cross this canyon across this fallen radio antenna to find the drainage chamber. Inside of the chamber, we will find various traps, including these two pressure plates at the beginning, attached to these rigged shotguns. We can disarm the rigged plates and then also disarm the shotguns for their ammunition and also just for some more combat shotguns. Now, as you jump across, you will activate some grenades by accident like I did. Make sure you get away, unlike what I did. Otherwise, you're going to probably break your leg like I did. And we can enter the main room. Thankfully, in the main room, there are no more traps besides a booby trap terminal, which will only activate if you use said terminal, so just ignore the terminal. We can find some ammunition boxes, one of which is locked, so make sure you pick it to find some random ammunition. Over here, we can probably find the poor soul that was in this place. Maybe he blew himself up with a battery, who knows. But on the table next to him, we can find a copy of Duck and Cover, along with that next mini-nuke on the table. There's some frag mines, and over here on the workbench, we can find a bottle cap mine, which is extremely powerful. So make sure you pick up that bad boy. And on the other entrance to the main room, there are some frag mines. So be careful, make sure you disarm them. And as I headed back outside, I found this Enclave soldier had just killed a Yao Guai, and then I blew up the Enclave soldier with a missile launcher. So some kind of crazy stuff happening outside, so be careful when you're in this area. And there you guys have it, VAPL-66 Power Station alongside Signal Sierra Victor. These are two really awesome locations. Actually, I wish I would have seen the raider encounter. I don't know what happened. If you guys have ever experienced the raider encounter here at the power station, please post it in the comment section below. But yeah, it looks like it just kind of glitched out for me, which is unfortunate. But Signal Victor Sierra is really freaking cool. The Booby Traps has a lot of environmental storytelling about a probably doomsday prepper that was ready for the apocalypse, but maybe he blew himself up with a battery. Who knows? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas or recommendations for future locations, future video ideas, please post them in the comment section below. And as always, until next time.